We're here post-match following Spurs' 3-1 home win over Crystal Palace. In truth, the first half was pretty poor. There was one major chance of note which came via Werner, who ended up with a one-on-one against Sam Johnston. And in all honesty, it was a pretty tame effort. It looked like he wanted to round the keeper, but he didn't actually move the ball past the keeper before trying to slot it, and he ended up just hitting it straight at the keeper. So you could tell he was a man who is not, he's a bit short on confidence, and you just never really felt that he was going to take that chance. And you could see that the fans, even though there was a bit of frustration, they deep down they kind of knew that he probably would have fluffed his lines, and that's exactly what happened. But in the end, the first half was really poor. Tottenham didn't really create much. There was a lot of passing side to side. There wasn't much movement up front, and in the end, Crystal Palace's plan of not allowing us to create much chances or get any early goals ended up proving to work for them. Second half, again, thought that Tottenham would come out with a little bit more pace in their play, but there wasn't really much change. A lot of side-to-side passing, not much penetration, wasn't much early balls, and you just felt that Crystal Palace were gonna either nick a point or just snatch something from the game, and it almost ended up being true. Crystal Palace ended up getting the first goal of the game, and that was through Eze. It was a brilliant strike. Poorly conceded free kick. I think it was a push in the back by Benton Kerr, and Eze really slotted home a fantastically curled free kick into the top left-hand corner or top right-hand corner, which ended up being to the keeper's left. I felt like Vicario may have been able to do a little better with it, but there was so much pace and curl on it. I'm not really sure how much he could have done, but it was on the side that he, was kind of marshalling. So a bit disappointed, but Crystal Palace were ecstatic at that point. They hadn't really done much in the game, and they managed to get a 1-0 lead without doing really much of anything. Tottenham responded. We made a sub with Brennan Johnson. He came on, didn't really do much at the beginning, but he finally had a chance to take on his man, which he did. He got a little bit lucky with a couple of ricochets, but ended up at the byline and ended up playing a cross, which found Werner, who ended up making up for the first chance that he missed in the first half and slotted home into an empty net. From then on, it only seemed like it was one team that would go on to win it. Spurs' second goal came through a looped across from James Maddison to Romero, whose glancing header went into the bottom left-hand corner, which was to the Sam Johnston's right. It was a brilliant header, really, because there wasn't much purchase on the cross, so he needed to generate all the power, and the glancing header ended up bouncing into the corner, so it was brilliant from him. And the third goal came from Son, who ended up through on goal and showed Werner how it's done with a brilliantly tucked in finish into the bottom right hand corner to the keeper's left. That's exactly what you want from your striker, and to be honest with you, Son didn't really have any chances during the game, so the fact that he pretty much took his first chance was brilliant, and that ended up making it 3-1. All in all, I have to say the man of the match today was Van der Ven. I felt like out of the two defenders, the two centre-backs, I should say, him and Romero, Van der Ven was definitely the most composed. He won pretty much most of his duels, especially on the ground. Crystal Palace do have pace up front with Ayew and I think Mateta. He dealt with them pretty candidly most of the game. So I had to say, for me, Van der Ven was the man of the match. But other than that, it was actually a pretty poor performance. I really didn't think we were going to get anything out of this game. As I said, there wasn't much chances created, especially in that first half. For 75 minutes, we didn't really do anything, and it just felt like it was going to be one of those days. And for us to manage to get a 3-1 win, it definitely flatters the sieve a little bit. We are, I have to say, we are a bit fortunate to have that 3-1, but we'll take it, and it's another 3 points which we needed. We need to stay in the hunt for top 4, especially with Aston Villa in good form at the moment. They're playing Luton, so for us it was a much needed result, and we'll take that going into the next game. And that's it from me. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And if you have any comments or thoughts on the game, please share. Until then, take care, guys. See you next time.